Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This article that I'm going to read here and I'm going to discuss has to do with the popularity contest in Ukraine. And this popularity contest is between Zelensky and everybody else. I noticed that Zelensky is never criticized for whatever he did. Never. Never. What does that tell you? That he's perfect. He makes no mistakes. Or he follows the exact script that those guys who analyze his performance want him to do. So he's a good follower and he follows that. Okay? Nobody tells him, Zelensky, you missed this one. Hey, you didn't think about this one. Isn't that strange? I think it's just, unless, as I said, he's straight. Now, obviously, this guy, that gets to your head, probably, and it seems like he doesn't accept other people to, get some credit for certain things in this war. And that is a sign of really an authoritarian figure and a narcissistic individual. Now, I don't know, this is my interpretation, I could be very off, but not very, I don't think I'm off, let's put it this way. I might make mistakes, I can exaggerate, that's true, but I haven't heard people criticizing, what's his name, Zelensky. It was only one time when it was the Biden who said that supposedly he yelled at Zelensky in a last phone call that you should be more appreciative of the support we give you. That was the only time, to be honest, that I heard anybody telling, or the mass media saying that maybe Zelensky, or nah. Now, I think that in Ukraine, there's a big enterprise over there, foreign enterprise, of public relation. It's a team, or more than one team, that is very attentive to create a very good public relation to this guy. And remember, when you see this guy in any picture that is taken with this guy, he's always perfect in the pictures. He's like giving you advice, being serious, being, all those are staged or tweaked and edited. He's never like anything like that, okay? He's always like that guy, all right? And he's not, he's a clown. But anyway, he plays the role, he's an actor, seems to be good enough for the rubble. All right, so what's happening here? It was an article about 2 months ago when he was the chief, I don't know if it was chief of staff, a military guy in Ukraine, the big guy, and he was asked a question, he gave his assessment on that, and Kiev jumped on him to shut the fuck up, don't ever talk, okay? And they said, well, you know what, it was another guy who defended the military guy and said, you know what, this guy just answered the question, and it seems like the public relation team that works with, what's his name, with Zelensky, doesn't like competition. And they were like, what? Oh, okay, let me pay attention. And it seems like that's what it is. And then the general said, the Ukrainian general said, I was just asked a question. I don't have to make any comments. I don't have to be more popular than others, he said. But I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I don't have to talk. I just have to fight the war. That's what he said. That means I'm going to go back to my little thing. A general in charge of the army said that. Can you imagine who he knew that he can't stand the other side? So the other side will just crush him without problem. The general of the Ukrainian army. I made a video about 2 months ago about this guy. So what's going on now? Lately, Klitschko, the Vitaly Klitschko, the former boxing heavyweight champion of the world, multiple excellent, blah, 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 blah. He is the mayor of Kiev. So he got very good press for doing this, showing up again over there, but he's got that ruffle some feathers in his ass of Zelensky. And Zelensky doesn't like competition, and it's as I said, it is it's a competition here. That's what it is. Popularity and beauty contest. And I'm going to use the Jerusalem Post. Jerusalem Post from today, which is the 26th of November 2022, in a rare public spat. Why? Because this guy got a little bit too known in the context, not as a boxer. Zelensky criticizes Kiev mayor over emergency centers. You see, there are certain people only that have to get credit and being put in front of our cameras and TV and all that. This is the four little pigs, which are the four kosher guys, okay? Reznikov, Yermak, Zhmihal, and Zelensky. Then you have Danilov. Then you have Ignat, a little bit. And there's another guy that I can't remember. Oleksiy something, I think is his name. Anyway, Oleksiy Reznikov is one, and the other one is Danilov. Another Oleksiy, whatever they are. So, I think, is a young guy with dark hair. They all have dark hair, but anyway, I can't remember his name right now. So, it says here, in a rare public spat involving Ukrainian leaders, President Volodymyr Zelensky on Friday criticized the mayor of Kiev for doing what he says was a poor job setting up emergency shelters to help those without power and heat after Russian attacks. Maybe he did, but I never heard Zelensky being criticized on anything. Very strange. And he attacks him directly, not the mass media. He destroys his character. In the wake of the crushing Russian missile strikes against the power generating system, Ukraine has established thousands of those so-called invincibility centers where people can access heat, water, internet, and mobile phone links. Very good. Who did this in Kiev? Klitschko. In an evening address, Zelensky indicated that Kiev mayor Vitaly Klitschko and his officials had not done enough to help. Okay, I would like to see the quantity of enough and not enough. Where is that? All right. And I'm quoting Zelensky. Unfortunately, local authorities have not performed well in all cities. In particular, there are a lot of complaints in Kiev, to put it mildly. More work is needed, he said, saying the level of services available in many Kiev centers was not good enough. Well, you get 2 generators and they say, hey, you didn't provide heat to the whole country. But I fucking had 2 generators, that's all. But it's okay, you didn't provide. That's what I see. Now, and pledging for civilian help within Kiev. Please pay attention, he says. The people of Kiev need more support. Zelensky said, a lot of them have been without power for 20 or even 30 days. We expect quality work for the mayor's office. So he fucks up the clown, fucks up the world champion. Very good, very good, very good. Zelensky also criticized those who he said lied in their official reports but did not give details. More than 4,000 centers have been set up so far. The remarks were unusual since Zelensky has sought to cultivate an image of national unity during the war and usually showers officials with praise. Well, this guy got his neck too high. He's a tall guy. What do you want? Klitschko, a 51-year-old former professional boxer. He was a fucking world champion multiple, and I think he was Olympian as well. He had... That's hard work, this quality. This is... oh my God. That's a former professional boxer. A fucking bar puncher. Was elected mayor of Kiev in 2014. There was no immediate reaction from his office. No. I mean, remember what I told you about that general in charge of the Ukrainian army, what he did? Okay. Yes. Whoop. Do you think this guy is going to do something else? If he does, when we find out that, I don't know, Klitschko might be a pedophile or he's cheating on his wife, I think he just divorced or something. So we're going to find something bad about him, or he likes dogs, you know what I mean, in that kind. We're going to find out a lot of things overnight. It's very dangerous. Remember, Zelensky did not make any mistakes, but he extended the martial law in Ukraine again. It's getting until the 24th, I think, of February. There's going to be a year martial law that gives him more rights, takes more rights from the citizens. That's one thing. You say, oh, it was necessary. Well, remember how they were yelling at Putin when Putin did that in the occupied territories? Oh my God! And this guy did it with the whole country for a year. It's okay. What did he do with the mass media, with the free mass media? He banned certain parties, he banned certain media outlets, he banned certain other things, and he's okay. He's A-okay. By the way, have you seen how many people are arrested as being collaborators and Russian spies? We're going to find out Klitschko is one of them tomorrow. And we're not going to hear from Klitschko again. Like we didn't hear from the ones that were already demoted, arrested, and where are they? No follow through. Why? Man, do you think Stalin envies this guy? Or is vice versa? The same thing it was in those times. They just show up at your house, grab you as you are, and nobody hears from you. It happened to my grandfather, one of these guys here in the picture. Yeah, that's what happened to this guy. They showed up, the secret police, showed up at my house, not my house, oh fuck. I didn't meet my grandfather. He died before I, okay. So, they showed up at his house, opened the door, sir, you're coming with us. Tavarish, you come with us. He left like this. It was in December. He left like this. They didn't allow him to take a hat or coat, nothing. Grabbed him out, put in the car, and nobody heard from him for 2 weeks. Usually don't hear from these guys ever. And they brought him back in 2 weeks, and nothing was said. Nothing. Well, my grandfather was not how should I put it, an unimportant person in society. That was one reason why when the communists took over, they had to go to the intelligentsia and arrest them, beat them, put them back and say, now you follow these things, or nobody's going to hear from you. I don't know what happened. I don't know what they told this guy. I don't know, anything like that. But this is what happened. So the thing could happen to Zelensky's enemy right now, or friend, Klitschko. And the same with those guys. When you hear, oh, they arrested some collaborators. How do we know? We believe Zelensky. I don't believe shit. My trust in Zelensky is at negative, not zero. Negative. Not that I trust Putin or these guys, but it can't be all good. It can't be all bad. It's a mixture. It's a proportion between these two. Okay? And sometimes it's gray in between. You don't know what is over there. But this guy is just clear, good, 100%. Why? He must be doing what he's ordered to by those guys over there. Otherwise, the moment you're going to start hearing bad press about this guy, then you're going to know that he fucked up somewhere. He's not following orders. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.